are wounded in a demonstration against this Morsi guy, and I think it will continue. People will win at the end. I am very hopeful about that.
Listen,
they fought for this freedom.
I share your hope.
They're not just going to let Morsi walk away with this. Morsi is a very dangerous man right now, Sean.
Brigitte,
and you are right about it.
Well, I was right. You told me he would turn out to be moderate, and you didn't turn out so well.
He did not.
I think the greater...
He did not.
Bridget, I think the greater likelihood, tell me if I'm wrong, is that we're going to see people mowed down and oppressed that if they rise up against this radical Islamist. What's the more likely outcome?
That's exactly what's going to happen. Those who are rising against him are going to be mowed down. We are witnessing right before our own eyes a revolution like the Iran Khomeini revolution in 1979. And let's not forget also, Sean, that it was the majority of the people in Egypt that elected Morsi, elected the Muslim Brotherhood, and gave the Muslim Brotherhood as well as the Noor, the Salafist party, over 2/3 of seats in the parliament. Over 70% of the people in Egypt want Sharia law. All surveys show that. The minority are demonstrating, but we are witnessing before our own eyes a dictatorship in the making, and an Islamic theocratic dictatorship at that.
Let me ask you this. In this latest conflict with Israel, in your opinion, did President Obama and Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, did they give this radical Islamist a win, and did they help give credibility to Hamas, whose charter calls for the destruction of Israel, giving billions in aid? Did they give them a win?
Yes, they did, because what this administration is blind to is the fact that Hamas is an offshoot of the Muslim Brotherhood. Hamas looked at Morsi with respect because Morsi is a leader in the Muslim Brotherhood. So basically we have the Morsi-Hamas camp coming together and fooling the Israelis in the world and establishing a truce or a hudna. It's a lull in the fighting so Hamas can rearm itself, can re-strengthen, and a few months later or maybe a year later they're going to come back into a confrontation.
I agree with you. I think Obama and Clinton gave Hamas and Morsi a win here. Here's the question, Michael.
Yes.
Why don't we cut off any aid to Egypt unless and until they have real democracy? Would that be fair?
I am with you, and it is fair. But remember, Charles Krauthammer was on your show a few months ago. He was against it because it's going to hurt the relationship between Israel and Egypt. It is from that point of view, he was not in favor of that, and you agreed with him that time. And I am with you on that. We need to stop the aid if they don't behave.
Well, they're not behaving. And Obama's sending Hillary Clinton. Yeah, go ahead.
We need
they're
to stop
not behaving,
they're
not listening, they are abusing the funds.
I agree, Bridget, and that's why we have a control. We can stop the funding and have them come to the Washington, D.C. and lay out the rules. These are the ground rules for you to receive the funding from us. If you don't do this, we are not going to give the funding. We're not going to support you either.
Guys, good to see you both.
Our country needs the money more than Egypt.
Great point. Very good point. We do need the money more than Egypt.